Alright, so in this one, I want to discuss a specific Zenkai, and his name is Namek Goku. So Namek Goku is very... I can't even say the word. It's very polarizing, Namek Goku. Some people you could say rate him, S tier. Some people rate him best unit in the game. Some people rate him pretty close, but not there, just below Gohan in 18, but still up there. He's a very polarizing unit for the fact that people are hard to compare him, because you might see a high-level player say he's bad, but then you might see a low-level player that says he's best unit in the game. And what I mean by low-level and high-level is, like, let's say this high-level guy is someone that's, like, top 50 every PvP season, and then this low-level is, like, it's not really low, it's kind of just, like, not as high as the high one. Top 5,000, top 3,000, at maybe even top 1,000, which is good, that's great, but it's not top 50. So you have these different polarizing opinions, and I feel like this is the only unit in the game that you feel this polarizing about. It's like, you'll see LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku, everyone agrees he's pretty high up there. He's if he's not Z in your tier list, he's like S in your tier list, right? But you see Namek Goku and people are like, oh, he's complete dog shit. I'm in the opinion of Namek Goku is not as good as he once was. They literally had a balance change around him to stop him from being as good as he once was. And from that, he just kind of deteriorated with being replaceable, not fully replaced on Sun Family, but replaceable. And then just not doing what he once did with the blue card counters, because, this guy's been out for, what, almost a year, right? Because Namek Goku came out right after Anniversary last year. So that was about August time, and, well, it's May. This guy's almost a year old. Wait, is he? Wait. No, he came out after first Anniversary. Oh, I'm an idiot. Hold up. I think so. I'm pretty sure. Let me remind you guys, I told you guys earlier I had a wedding. Well, now it's the next day, the morning of. I had 15 fucking drinks. So if I'm a little, fuzzy on my specifics today, I hope you guys can understand for now. But regardless of when he came out, his time when he came out was his prime time. Then the balance change, all that bullshit, and then he kind of fell back. Gohan took his rollover, honestly, in blast damage and being the better Sun Family unit. LF Super Saiyan 3 has that build-up that actually is meaningful. But this guy, you have to wait a little bit for his defenses, I'm pretty sure. Honestly, I don't even know his base kit, so we're going to go over it here and then go over his transform, and then we'll talk about him more and more. But I know his kit isn't, honestly, very good compared to the other two LF Sun Family members. And Beerus can't be compared because Beerus came out, I think, a full year before, with his Zenkai. So power creep, snuck up on Beerus very quickly. So, yeah, this is kind of, come on. Increased damage inflicted according to the number of time counts elapsed with current character, up to 50%. 3 counts, 30% damage inflicted. 8 counts, 50% damage inflicted. Effects reset after character switch or transformation. You want this guy out for 8 counts? I'll be honest, even if you have a full blast hand in a combo, you might get to 5 or 6 counts. But even 8 counts is kind of rough. Like, you're going to want to land 2 combos in base, if anything. That'll be pretty difficult, because you don't have the counter blue card yet. So that's not very good. But this, not so fast, reduced damage C by 40% for 10 timer counts when this character enters the battlefield. That's alright. Restores own ki by 30 when this character evades an enemy attack with the vanishing step. Restores own health by 50% when 2 allies are dead. Yes, same thing as is transformed. Enraged Saiyan. Apply the following effects itself when one ally character is defeated. Plus 20% damage inflicted. Applies buff effect, nullify attribute downgrades up to 2 times. So he can't be paralyzed, all that, once his ally dies. Well, once one of his allies dies. Applies a buff effect, nullify abnormal conditions up to 2 times. So, like poison, all that bullshit. Doesn't really affect him once you have someone dead. So, again, good, but just, I don't know. It just doesn't seem godly, like an LF Zenkai would be. Awakened Legendary Warrior applies flying effects itself when this character enters the battlefield. Restores ki by 20, plus 20% damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, plus 50% damage blast damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. Again, seems a little low. The only damage buffs you're really getting is when someone's dead, and, well, that one unique, plus this, but this is, time restraint, so does it really count? I wouldn't say so. Let's settle this. It just goes up by 20% for each stat, but it's still the same amount of timer count, so it's kind of a negative. You can never destroy what I am. This changes vastly. Applies flying effect self when this character evades enemy attack with the vanishing step. Restores ki by 30, randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer. Restores own health by 50% and minus 15 to own special arts cost when 2 allies are defeated. Cannot be cancelled. This stays the same, and this stays the same, I believe. Yeah. So you look at his kit, and it's kind of, and I guess it makes sense to an extent, but he's very centered on being out longer, which, obviously he has the counter, so it helps him. But the counterplay to countering is very easy. Tackles go very far range now. You can do it when they're floating back, and you get a long range tackle, given they can strike out of it if they react quick enough. But having that even available is kind of just crazy, because Namegoku wants to back up. He wants you to make a mistake, do a blast arts, do a strike arts. Obviously, with Namegoku, you can anticipate that and be like, oh, he's going to do a tackle. He's going to do a tackle, or he's going to swipe all the way up to my face and then just attack instantly or sidestep. It's going to be a 50-50, but you got to play the 50-50s, right? So there's really only 3 circumstances where an opponent can be like, oh, I'll catch this guy. Now, as a Namegoku user, you would feel, oh, I have the, advantage here. He has to play into me because I have the counter. He doesn't have a counter. So I understand with him being rated high that you force your opponent to play a specific way, and that, determines a match. Obviously, if you're being forced to play around your opponent, you're not playing your own game style, and typically if you're going to play the game, you want to play your own style because that's how you win most of your matches. With Namegoku, he allows the idea of, this is me. You can't do shit to me. You can only do so many things, and I know what they are because I've used them so much. Now, play devil's advocate with that. Namegoku is also very predictable. You know that Namegoku is going to expect you to tackle. So what do? You play around that. You play weird. You play completely different from how you played the first part of the match, from when there's a last man standing Namegoku, or maybe even when there's just 2 allies alive on their team, because Namegoku still has his somewhat buffs with the abnormal condition nullifying and all that when 1 ally dies. So you kind of understand just as you play more and more, and I feel like this is a really important point. Namegoku is a beginner's trap. He's very good, let's say early season, when PvP resets and you're playing against anybody with a random team, a good team, but it's people that don't necessarily grind up to the top. And this video isn't just about the top, but it's to help you understand Namegoku has his shine when it's people who are ignorant to what he does. It's the same example you could say is like Buhan or Bergamo. Buhan and Bergamo, their green cards nullify everything, literally everything but Rising Rush. Now, if you play someone that hasn't maybe played that long, they didn't play when Buhan came out, they didn't play when Bergamo came out, and they just started, you had that advantage. What in the fuck? The windshield wipers just went off. Did I do that? Hello? Alright, sorry. In the car still. That was hilarious. You have that advantage, though, with Bergamo and, like, Buhan type of units, where it's like, oh, well, they don't know what this does. This is going to benefit me to the maximum extent. Now, given the person will learn, they will learn how to play against you and around you from that. Typically, some people just want to do their own thing and they don't adjust. But if you're playing someone that, let's say they look like they have a decent, like, future team, you would figure they're going to adjust, they're going to learn, and it's going to, benefit them at the end. But in the beginning, that's where Namegoku, Bergamo, who's another unit that has like a unit you don't see a lot that has a very good card. Let's say like Topo, or Jiren, he nullifies cover switch. You play someone that's newer, they didn't summon for Jiren, they didn't play when Jiren came out. Well, you're nullifying the cover switch. They don't know that. They'll swap to like a Merge Zamasu or some bullshit, and then you're set. You're chilling, because what are they gonna do? they didn't know, and now you can go into like your topo and rush and kill whoever the hell. It's that idea that makes Namegoku good. But against the veterans, it's very hard to make him good because you know that they know that you know what each other want to do. So it's really like you will see such different and obscure, I would say, play styles when you start facing against the last man standing, or you watch someone face against the last man standing Namegoku. Because people just know that, oh, look, last man standing Namegoku, I gotta adjust. I can't play like a complete dumbass and keep doing what I was doing, because they will understand it now. They've probably learned during the match. That's how people play. They start learning during the match. But yeah, that's my take on Namegoku. Tier list wise, I put it on Twitter. What do you guys think? He's overrated or not? I personally think he's a little overrated. I would say he is S, mid S, below Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, maybe above Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, maybe below, but in that area, mid to high S. He doesn't have many negatives, but the negatives he do have are extreme and very costly to your matchup. So that's how I feel. Let me know what you guys think of Namegoku. I feel like he's the most controversial, maybe not Zenkai, but the most controversial unit that exists, because how he can be rated so amazingly and so poorly by, you know, just how high up in PvP you are, because how he works. I feel like honestly, I feel like it's interesting to be able to have a unit that, like, sink or swim, I guess. I don't know. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you agree with me or not, and I'll see you guys in. Another point I would like to add, by the way, just, you know, at the end here, Namegoku, I'm not saying he's a bad unit at all. I'm not saying he is terrible, amazing, godly. I'm just stating how I feel about him. This isn't to, like, deter you from using him or to make you use him more. I mean, if it does, then cool, but this is just getting out there the most, again, like I said, controversial unit, tier list wise, where you could rate him from gold to garbage. I feel like that's where he stands, where you could determine from your experience only if he's gold to garbage. Don't let me saying what I'm saying here deter you from using him, or even, you know, make you have to be like, you're so angry that you're gonna, like, I don't know. I just don't want the what's the word? I don't want it to come off as I'm being like, oh, this guy is this bad, or this guy is this good, so this means you have to do this, or you have to run this, or you have to run that. No, it's just my opinion, because it is a controversial unit, and it is a unit that honestly deserves to be talked about more. I feel like people just kind of throw him somewhere and don't really speak about why he's there, along with a few others, but Namegoku extremely, because Sun Family is obviously a meta team, and the other units that are kind of in that boat aren't really necessarily meta teams. Some of them are, but we'll discuss that another time. I'm just saying, don't take my word as gospel. It ain't gospel. Don't take anyone's words at gospel. It's just an opinion, just so you know. And now, I'll see you guys in the next one.